could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could. I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight. I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could.
Hello, happy Wednesday, Desire Lines Games, hello, thank you so much for celebrating with all the new Puglie emotes, appreciate you so much. I hope all of you have been having a great week so far, had a fantastic weekend, and a great Monday and Tuesday. It's been, guys, I haven't drawn since like last Wednesday. I'm just in like tax limbo, but I finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I am finally getting to the end of my taxes. And it's funny, like, Next Black Cat, hello! Butai Art and Kenivo and I, we were chatting about, like, us doing our bookkeeping and stuff like that. And we're talking about, like, normal people with good habits would be doing their bookkeeping and their accounting and all that like throughout the year. But all of us started out the year pretty good. Like we're like, oh, we'll keep up with everything. And then eventually, as I don't know, life just happens, you drop off a couple of responsibilities and then you don't keep up with things and then you leave all of it for the very last minute, which is the actual season of taxes. So I don't know, like, I am gonna try to form good habits. Like, how do you guys work towards forming good habits? Do you guys have any tricks? Do you just kind of like power through and get to it? Because do you guys ever get that wish that you could bottle up a feeling? And sometimes it's not even a feeling of joy. It's like you want to bottle up that feeling of like frustration or anger or whatever the sadness is. And it's like, when you need it, you can open up that bottle and remember, like, oh yeah, I felt this bad. Maybe I should not do the thing that led me to feel this bad. Because I feel that often. I feel like I wish I could bottle up feelings and just re-experience them when I need that, like, real kick in the bum to get on doing whatever I need to do. But I hope all of you have been doing great so far. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I am finishing off my taxes, and then I'm gonna prepare for the first convention in like 2 years, which is Fan Expo Vancouver. That's happening, I think, next weekend. And I'm excited. I'm nervous because of COVID, but I'm also nervous because, like, I feel like I'm so out of practice. So here I am. But without further ado, I do need to end the stream tonight at like about 5:30, which is usually about the time where I go to anyways. But I feel like I need a harder ending time today. And we're gonna go straight to it. I need to do the Sticker Society designs. So, okay, here's a little sneak peek for those of you here. Hi, Peggy. These are the 4 designs that I'll be offering for the March Sticker Society. The theme is Be Silly, B as in like B-E-E, because, you know, spring. But I don't know, I don't know about you guys and where you live, but spring doesn't exist here in Vancouver. And by that I mean, like, when I was growing up and in elementary school, you know, your teacher would always hype up the seasons, you know? Well, obviously you're learning the seasons, so there's that. But they would hype up, like, oh, fall is like when all the leaves are orange and yet crunchy leaves and everything's all like nice and orangey. Like, oh, why don't you draw a picture of what fall looks like? And then they're like, oh, draw a picture of what winter looks like. And you draw like a snowman and snowflakes and stuff like that. And then they're like, oh, draw a picture of what spring looks like. And you draw tulips and sunny sun, but also rainy rain clouds. And growing up in Vancouver, rainy rain clouds with some sunny sun is all of the year. So I didn't really know what spring really was, because I'm like, spring is just all the time. And when I was young, yeah, we had snowy winters, but like snow only came down mildly and for a couple of days. Oh my god, what is happening? Billy Keeble, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you so much. And how was your stream? Let me give you a quick little shout out because I am on my own today. Sweet Keebus, it's Billy. Sweet Keebus. Hello, hello. All of you, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And Billy Keeble. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. You might be just trying to catch up. Joe Del Toro, thank you so much for putting along. Appreciate you. All you sweet Keebuses, thank you so much for being here. How was Billy Keeble's stream? I'm gonna assume that he's doing what everyone does, which is you raid someone and you're frantically trying to shut down everything and join the stream that you just raided, but I'm not sure. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Huge. It's like Eugene, but shorter. And this is Puglie. He's this imaginary pug I created because I don't actually own one, but I really want to one day. So I ended up creating one to fill the void in my heart. Hello, had a nice spooky stream. Ooh, spooky. What was the spookiness? Was it a game, or are you like creating something spooky? And yes, you are right. Billy, I completely understand. Like, there has to be a better way to like raid or do things. Like, I feel like Twitch should offer a new raid setting where if you raid someone, like you still have your chat box window open, or like whatever it is, like the window for that, because you know, maybe you need check on those messages, but then it should just automatically open like a tab for whoever you rated, so then you're not just like frantically trying to click everything and load in and stuff. I don't know, it's always such a messy process, and I'm glad all streamers across the board know this feeling. Also, Ephris, hello, thank you so much for joining, and Quantinator, fancy seeing you here. Thank you so much for joining. We've been playing a variety of horror games. Oh, sick! Like, variety as in indie and also AAA, or just like indie? Because I feel like the indie horror game scene out there is so diverse, albeit like, I think there's some gems, and then there's definitely like some ones that are an experience of their own. Puggie, hello. Wait, I just realized someone gifted me a sub. Also, hi, hoping I can catch some streams more often once summer hour ends. Puggie, appreciate you being here, and yes, enjoy all the emotes, enjoy being a little bagel, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you are able to catch more streams too in the future. Yeah, it's terrible than having to manually press raid and inevitably forgetting to do so and just having 2 minutes of staring into the void. Okay, Billy, I don't know if you, like, notice this difference, and I don't know how to explain it. But I press the raid button, because, like, I have Stream Manager open, right? Like, the actual Twitch Stream Manager window in Chrome. And I press that raid button, and there's a pop-up, right? And you choose who you want to raid, and then you press Start Raid. But the Start Raid window covers, like, my chat box in Stream Manager. So, like, I can't press Cancel because that cancels the raid. And I'm pretty sure if I press the X on the window, it also, like, it also cancels the raid. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this information? So I end up having to do, like, the command, like, /raid and whoever. I just feel like it's so clunky, and I'm often, like, sitting there going, like, did I do it? Are you guys still here? Did I do it? Oh, yes! Oh, the dance, Puglie. I love it, Puggy. Thank you so much. So here's the little story. 2 of my emotes that I really love. One is !dance and !bagel have been rejected, like, over and over again by Twitch. They call it sexual misconduct. So, as a way to enjoy Puglie in all he is, guys, feel free to do !dance and !bagel. This is, like, free for everyone. It doesn't. You don't even have to follow me to do this. I just want you guys to enjoy Puglie because Twitch does not let out the farts. Just everyone there, except for oh shoot, I totally forgot the name. Goldenrod? Shoot. Except for one lovely person that is part of the Twitch team and views me. You are a solid one. Mainly play the indie games, sometimes something a bit different. Yeah, I love watching, like, YouTube channels where they play, like, indie horror games, like ones that are hard to find, because it's nice to see the variety and the creativity that people put into it, even with, like, no budget, basically. I usually go to the stream on my phone first, then start the raid. Oh, I hate missing out, Zanbabe. That is smart. That is actually very smart. Absolutely genius. Okay. Yeah, then pressing end stream on Streamlabs, or it just keeps going. Yeah, exactly that. It's like, okay, I gotta stop streaming. I gotta close OBS so my Mac can breathe. I gotta close Pretzel Rocks. I gotta rip out my earphones so I'm more comfortable. Oh, man. every time I always sit there going, is it over? Yeah, and then, you know, like, Zambabe, I assume, obviously, you're a streamer too. Like, you know, you're waving goodbye to your supporters and everything, and you hope it's sent, and you're just waiting. Like, the countdown is already gone, and you're waiting for that pop-up to say, like, you are now, like, hosting whoever you just raided. And, it's a great process. I love that we all just across the board know this. Also, Billy, I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you in case you want to raid and run. I know I was chatting with you a lot, but if you do need to raid and run to go to a washroom, eat food, or just comatose on your couch, please do not hesitate to just tell me. I greatly, greatly appreciate you here, and I would love to check you out after my stream too. So you made them a command. Heck yeah, yes. I made them all in the commands. And if you do !want and !love, they are also just little extra emotes that you can experience. Because, like, yeah, emotes are great. I love Twitch emotes up to a certain point. I don't like that. When I got my emotes basically, like, rejected because of sexual misconduct. Like, look at him. He's just dancing. When I got them declined, I really got discouraged. Like, I didn't want to do any emotes because I didn't want to put in the effort only to have Twitch arbitrarily tell me, like, oh, this is not allowed. So I had to take a little break, but then I made them into commands, and yeah, it just works out. Because Twitch is constipated. They indeed are. Comatose on the couch. I mean, honestly, sometimes when I raid, I will join for a little chat, because obviously whoever raided, or whoever got raided, like, is very, very nice, and, you know, they thank, and they, like, chat with you a little bit, so I want to be there to chat for a little bit, right? But then, it's like, alright, I gotta figure out what time it is, and what my surroundings are. I'm good to stay for a bit. No food in sight. I'm in the UK, so it's 11:15 p.m. here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Billy, like, of course, appreciate you being here. Why Twitch? It's just a dancing little pug. Why do you hate it? I don't know. Like, I keep getting banned. Like, not banned, but, like, I keep getting declined because of, like, the terms of service, or, like, the guideline, which is sexual misconduct. So, I don't know. I can't ban the message. Let me ban him. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can know how to do this. I do not know how to do this. Oh, wait. Hey, there we go. Alright, Claire, you have the power. I mean, you always had the power, but, like, now you got more official power. Because puggers be that nudish skin color. My poor baby keeps getting viewed by pervy eyes. But alright, friends, which one of these 4 prompts would you prefer? Actually, do I know? It's not do I know, it's does my computer have the capability to load this? Thank you so much, Clara, I appreciate you. Oh. Alright. Which Puglie should we start with? And we got Teletubby Puglie. We got Morton Salt Girl, which I don't know if you guys... I've never seen Morton Salt ever in my life. I didn't even know it was like a brand until like I looked it up, because another artist got really famous for like their original character, which is like a salt like an anime Salt Girl or Salt Bae or whatever. And it wasn't until a friend pointed out to me that that original character isn't actually original. It was like, it's a render of a salt brand that I was like, wait, what? And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, so it's not his OC. Alright. Let's have this work. Let's have this work. Alright guys, I created a poll just to make it easier to view the data. Because I'm all about that data. Let me know what you guys would prefer. Is it American salt? Oh man. My berry, hello, hello! I read tulips? Oh wait. Maybe it's just one tulip. One tulip. But yes, tulip. My berry, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. And I loved your little peeking emote. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that little sprout. I have no idea what Morton salt is. Okay, let me show you guys what it actually means. Morton salt girl. And let me just like expand this. So it's a really cute character. It's a really cute logo. But yeah, oh, their classic design, their really classic design is this salt girl. When it rains, it pours. And then I think their advertising industry history as first girl icon voted. Oh, and this is their updated. Oh, here's a bigger version. Yeah, so this is Morton Salt Girl, and I just like I always wanted to create Puglie, like a Puglie parody of this because it's so cute. But then I figured, oh, spring, it rains, like, you know, it just makes sense. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing well. Sorry, am I dumb? Wait, does Peggy, do you not see the poll? I think it's like at the top of the chat. You should be able to click a drop down. Something like that. Oh, I see it. I'm dumb. It ended. I didn't get to vote. Well, too bad, because Morton Salt Girl won by like nearly a landslide. Hi, checking in. Currently celebrating my grandma's 93rd birthday, but hopefully we'll be back before stream ends. Jade, enjoy your grandma's 93rd birthday. Congratulations to your grandma and happy birthday to her. Have lots of fun. Enjoy your time with your grandma, and no worries. My stream will be ending at 5:30 p.m. tonight, but if I don't see you later tonight, then I'll see you next time. But please do not worry about missing streams. I hope you enjoy all that cake and good food with your grandma. Oh my god, I keep forgetting you're not American. It's as iconic for me as Tony the Tiger. Wait, really? Blade Varus, hello, thank you so much for putting along. Wow, today I learned. I had no idea. Like, I legit, I mean, granted, I do buy salt, but like, I don't know, we have like a normal table salt, like, it's a white box with like, some blue accents, and it just has vegetables on it. I don't think I've ever seen Morton Salt Girl. Alright, let's get it. Let me minimize this. Got that reference on the side. And this is just so cute. Like, this is gonna go in the same series as like my Milky Puglie or my my Pupuyasu. I forgot the legit name of it. And like my Star Pugs. I just love taking brands, like especially if they have characters, and just parodying them with Puglie. I vote Teletubby, please. I'm doing well. I've been having issues creatively, but now doing a lot better and feeling hopeful. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry that you've been having issues with like creativity or like an art block, but I'm glad you're on an upward trend, and I hope slowly but surely you will get back to your 100%. I'll have to leave already. Have a great stream, everyone. Puggy, thank you so much for being here, dropping in and saying hi. Appreciate you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Huge is an honorary American. Oh man, that's the funny thing though. Like, everyone always when they see Puglie, oh, I need to change the file name for this. When they see Puglie, they think I'm based in LA. And sorry, Morton Salt Puglie. There we go. they always think I'm based in LA. I think just because of the density of people and creatives that come out of LA is much larger, and I think like for the most part, a lot of people think that, oh, LA, it's, you know, where all like, I don't want to say famous, I never want to say that, but like, you know, when you think of people creating things, people that are known on, like, say, YouTube and stuff like that, they think of LA because Hollywood and whatever. So, like, I get that. But then I'm like, no, I'm Canadian. I am from Rain City, BC. I'm on a great way to feeling content with my art again. I've been just having problems with self-esteem and self-doubts 24/7. Oh man, I mean, I think like you're definitely not alone, and we've all been there. And you know what's funny is that I think for a long time I've been struggling with this, at least definitely before found Puglie. That was 100% me. I was like, I'm not happy with my art, I don't know where I'm going creatively or even as a career and whatnot, and nothing I made made me proud, and it was only Puglie that made me happy, and he still makes me happy. He makes me proud that I am drawing him, even though, you know what, like, I don't think he'll ever be admired as like art. And I'm not saying like in a gallery, you know. I'm not saying, you know, I like some fine artist is gonna go like, yes, the brushstrokes on this pug are exquisite, they're avant-garde. But what I mean is, like, I don't think anyone's gonna look at me and be like, wow, that anatomy for that round potato is great. But at the end of the day, he's what makes me happy, and I am also honored that he also makes other people happy. So I'm grateful that I found my happiness in my art, no matter how silly it is, and I hope the same for you too. That content feeling, that pride, or even the laughter, like to just smile at your own art and laugh at it. Sorry, hold on one sec. Here's the fun part of Puglie. It's, how he wears clothes. Because he doesn't have a neck, he has neck rolls. So let's see how this goes. Oh, let me just catch up on chat a little bit. That's definitely a mood, my Everest. Gotta go, but glad to catch your weekly stream. Quan, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and I'll fancy seeing you in other places. Take care. Oh my god, please do the Tapatio sauce Puglie. Mex Black Cat, I remember you told me about him. I have him written down in my checklist. Definitely when one of the themes arise that like is either Mexican foods or something, I'll get to it. And before you pick up a brush and make little paintings of him, I just, as much as I love the look of it, I just don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for cleanup and like cleanup and mixing colors and trying to find the right colors again. I have wanted to try Posca markers for the longest time, but oof, man, are they expensive. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the sway, cause yeah, I think red. Cause here she is, like looking down, right? Like if we have just this, she's looking down, and then the curvature of her spine is like so. Her pelvis is like around here. I don't want to say she has a rolled back, but like she's definitely protruding her shoulders a bit more. So there's like a curve that I have to recreate, like a curve like so, that I have to recreate with Puglie's body. So let's get to it. Puglie makes me so happy. I love booting along. Rock'em Sock'em, thank you so much. It's truly an honor that, like, he not only makes me happy, but he has the power to make other people happy too. That's truly 2 birds with 1 stone. I just finished streaming actually before you just started, and I did sketches that I was so proud of. So I am cherishing those little happy moments with my art. That is amazing. I'm so happy to hear. What were the sketches of? Oh, I get, like... Hold on, one quick sec. There we go. For those of you who don't know, MyBerry Art also does amazing art. Like, just the art that you look at and you feel warm and cozy and soft and protected and just calm looking at. So if you need that mood in your life, a little, like, in the same mood as, like, cute, but not as, like, excitable and energetic as but like a nice wholesome feeling, like a friend giving you a comforting hug, give MyBerry Art a peek, because that is exactly the feeling that I get, at least, looking at her art. Thanks so much. Of course. I've got to shoot off huge. It was lovely to meet you, and I'm sure I'll speak to you soon. Billy, it was a huge pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for entrusting your community unto mine, and I hope to check you out after my stream. Take care, have a good night, and stay warm, stay cozy. See you next time. Hi, Piano Bandit. Appreciate you being here. And I haven't checked my messages, so if you responded to me, I'm sorry, I did not see. Alright, let's get this curve. Puglie, like, even though Puglie is round, I try to push his pudge. I try to push his pudge to get, like, the general shape. But also, adding his feet would help a lot with that kicking motion. We were just hyping Splatoon. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Did anyone else here watch the Nintendo Direct? Because I did not. But I know some of my friends did, and I was just too busy doing my taxes. So basically my entire week has been an evening class, taxes, and homework for the evening class. Alright, let's get this over here. But Ma, you know what this talk about positivity and just getting back into a good headspace. A friend of mine last night said the coolest thing to me. And it just clicked. It made me feel something. And funny enough, okay, so like my friend is the instructor for the night class that I'm doing. And currently the class that I'm doing with him is I want to get better at pitching. Like pitching Puglie to, say, like distributors, or just like representing him. I don't want to fumble on my words. I don't want to minimize the things that I do or the impact that he has. I want to be able to represent him fairly and confidently, but not arrogantly. And a lot of this involves confidence, which is something that I have to work on. It involves being much better at speech and, you know, forming words and coherent sentences. And it does involve a little bit of like sales and marketing, like what makes people tick and what would make people feel like they should, you know, get a Puglie or something. And one of the things that he pointed out to me was I am very good at focusing on people's, not on people's, but like, not on people, on people's pain points. And in marketing, in a very simplistic sense, pain points is what people feel discomfort in. So like, let's say for example, and our example was like hand cream. Why would you get hand cream? Well, chances are, by the time you even consider getting hand cream, it's because your hands are looking dry and ashy, and maybe like some skin has cracked apart and you're feeling pain. That negative feeling of discomfort is a pain point, and it's what like advertisers would try to hone in on. Like, oh, you're feeling cracked, bleeding skin. We have this ointment that will help heal it. And usually there's two things that advertisers and marketers would hone in on: it. Pain points and pleasure points. So if it's not a pain point for something that you want to fix, then it's a pleasure point for something that you want to experience, like something that you've never experienced, or just like, you know, you get enjoyment out of, like a video game or something. So I'm really good at finding people's pain points and using that as, you know, the marketing inspiration. But what I'm not as good at is painting the picture of the future where there is no pain point anymore. Where whatever it is that you are advertising or selling or advising on is like giving the future solution of like a life that's better, that doesn't have that pain anymore, doesn't have that discomfort. It has the ideal of what you want your life to be. And it's funny that, like, hearing him say this in the context of like marketing, it just clicked, because I'm very good at figuring out what I'm angry about or what I dislike. And I use that a lot to fuel you know, what drives me. It's what gets me going. It's the energy that I take in. But I'm so good at using that energy that I usually have my mindset focused on my pain point, on whatever it is that's upsetting me, to drive me. But I never actually take the time to look at, like, what is it? What's the future? Like, what am I trying to attain? What is the future that I actually want? What's the positive feeling that I want to get from this, outside of, like, not feeling pain? And it just helped reframe my mind so much, and I don't know if I'm doing a good enough job at explaining it. But essentially, sometimes it's not about focusing on what you hate about your art. Like, oh yeah, my anatomy could be better, this hand is weird, this eye looks off or something. But sometimes we just gotta look at the things that we did well and appreciate that and compliment ourselves, even out loud, with like our actual voice. Like, hey, you know what? I drew this wrinkle in this shirt really well, or like, these colors are bomb, or this fat potato is looking extra cute and roly-poly. And I think, like, balancing out, you know, the criticisms that you give yourself, like, oh man, my anatomy's not that great, with appreciating what you're actually good at and what you do well. Hopefully that drives you to feel more like, you know, you're advancing in ways that maybe you never gave yourself credit for. And it gives you that hope that the things that you have issues with, wonky anatomy or your bad hands or whatever, they will also improve in time. I guess this is pretty in line with the whole idea of like practicing gratitude and stuff like that. Alright, just went on my little soapbox, my little TED Talk, but I did some sketchbook pencil sketches of new panels for my About section on my Twitch page, and planning my Myversary celebration week next week. I will be streaming for a whole week and Celebration streaming for a year and hitting partner recently. Wait, oh my god, congratulations on partner, what? Okay, wait, sorry, I was on my little soapbox and I didn't read, but like, wait, oh no. My mouse is going everywhere. My congratulations so much on getting partner, and also happy my anniversary. Guys, if you guys are here, you guys have a little second, I don't know, spam exclamation mark dance or something, please. Like, that's first I see Anne Arcasian get partner, now you, like, yes. Congratulations, you deserve it, and I hope you feel that you deserve it. And also, like, I'm so glad that you're enjoying the panels that you're making for your About section, and I'm gonna try my best to tune in to at least one of your streams. I am so sad that I am so swamped, and I've been missing out on so many things, because, again, I've just been in tax limbo, but, like, congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my god. You're doing it. You're doing it. I hope the celebration goes super smoothly. I hope a lot of people are hype about it. It's gonna be a good one. Oh, I just wanted to watch it. I was streaming when it was live. The stream life. Stream life is like, you're streaming, but you want to watch another friend of yours stream, but you guys stream at the same time? Oh, man. I always crack a smile when I see Fatty. Aw, Clara. Very well said, Huge. Really helpful. Aw, mine. Thank you. I actually got partner back in October, but I never really celebrated it. Wait, like, if you got partner, that means you get that little badge, right? Like that little checkmark badge? Or is that like something completely different? I don't understand how Twitch works. Better late than never, but yeah, oh my god, congratulations, all the way back in October? Also, wait, hold on. You know, this is looking pretty cute. Oh, sorry, I thought there was going to be more to the text, but then I just realized it just read out the emote. Willie J, thank you so much for being a Pootie Pal. 3 months of being a Pootie Pal. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. I hope the energy that I put into my streams and just whatever else that comes out of these streams is entertaining or amusing to you. But regardless, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Yes, I do! But right now I have the little fart covering it because I can either have fart or badge. You get a badge and more emotes. Oh, okay. Yes, I do know about the more emotes part, but I didn't know that, like, my fart would cover your badge, but I'm honored. I'm honored that you chose the fart over the badge. How do you fix this little feety? Actually, you know what? It is the right length for the feety, so... what I want to fix is this tail area. That might get covered up by the skirt anyways, but we'll see. We draw anatomy first and clothing on after. I think the curvature of Puglie is doing quite well to represent the Morton salt. And here's the other issue with Puglie. People have have joints. Like, we have elbows. Puglie kind of does not. So let's see what I can get away with here. Because, like, I don't want to make it too long because that just looks really weird on Puglie. But let's see if I can do a little curve and give him a good silhouette. Like, let's have it up here, where like a shoulder would be, and maybe not as bent because Puglie doesn't have the clearance for holding that much stuff. The fart is more fun, not biased at all. Also, Clara, I like how, like, with your badges, it basically looks like your milk carton is farting. And also with Mex Black Cat, your donut is farting. It's great. But, you know what I just realized? I guess I've been here for a year. Or, like, I've had the emote for a year now. Because, look, I have a little crown Puglie now, next to my little chat. Like, my little badge is a little crown Puglie. He is way smaller than I envisioned, but, we just gotta make do with what, Twitch gives us. Does potato count as a silhouette? Yes. The roundness. Gotta appreciate the round. Oh yeah, so the reason I am ending stream, at 5:30 today is because, Peggy and I and a friend are going to check out Belle, the new animated movie from a famous director? I'm sorry, I am awful at naming these people, but I'm really excited about it because a lot of people say it looks amazing, or it was really amazing, and it looks fantastic. Like, it looks beautiful. And I'm excited to see it, because seeing animated, like, anime movies in Canada is such a rarity, right? And when you get that, the expansive screen and that sound quality of just, like, surround sound, it's really unmatched, and I think that's, like, the next level of appreciating anime. No, I don't like this being this high. Let's move it back down. Let's fix this curve a little bit. Belle, Hosoda Mamoru. Yeah, Clara, did you watch it already? Alright, let me figure this out. So right now the arm is too inset. Let's, like so. And I know what's wrong with this leg. I want it to be, let's move this leg to be just a tingy bit straightened forward out, and let's move this to be just a little bit curved out more, so it's like a real kick with Puglie's stumpy little feet. We haven't had the time yet, but I've been so hyped for it since the trailer dropped. I didn't know... Okay, so it was released in theaters in January of 2014. And, like, okay, so my worry was, like, I know I'm really swamped this week, and also a bit of next week. Well, all of next week. So, I didn't know how long it would be in theaters, and it doesn't seem like nowhere online will tell me how long it's going to stay in theaters for. But considering that it's been out for like a month, like nearly a month, I feel like the time is limited on it. So I was like, okay, I'll cram whatever I can cram, and I gotta watch it. If I miss out on it, I would feel pretty bad about it. Let me... Well, the skirt is going to be covering this anyways, so once I draw the skirt in, we'll figure out how his feet will work. And then here's the little arm for the umbrella. don't know why, but Puglie looks like he's doing like an Elvis impression. Like whoa. Alright, let me fix the... Because Puglie's... Her head is like... not looking down per se, but it's like, it's more forward down. The curve this way, so let's fix the head shape a little bit. And let me... Oh, nope, that's it. It also depends on which theater is showing it. The Rio would probably keep airing if there's enough demand. Ooh, okay. We're going to Richmond, Silver City for it. He's doing Beyonce's I'm a Single Lady dance, yes! I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady. That is, oh my god. Maybe I'll just keep this sketch, like this template, just to... Wait, hold on. Beyonce single lady dance. Oh my god. Oh, here it is. Exactly this. Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, so like if we just you know, gave him a wicked huge hair that like curved around. Here's his ear. And then like all that luscious hair curving around. And oh wait, how does this, what is this One Piece thing? Okay, so it's like a, oh no, don't. Can I get a clearer image of this? Oh wait, does she have like a fancy glove on too? Oh yeah, she does. Okay. Okay, wait, hold up. And then she has that fancy sparkle glove on for, you know, marriage or whatever that's supposed to represent. Oh, shit. You know what? Let me cut this real quick. Sorry there, lady. You're gonna have to be covered by a second Beyonce. Patty Popstar's next. It's a one-sleeved leotard. Okay. Hey, Huge, thank you so much for the stream. I'll be going to sleep now. Have a wonderful stream. Good night. Mai, thank you so much for popping in. Congratulations again, our belated partnership. And also have a fantastic Myversary next week. Take care, sweet dreams, and I hope to catch you sometime soon, alright? Hope you feel better, slowly but surely. Bye, Mai. Oh my god, what have I done? This was you, Max Black Hat. This is all you. This goes over the fat roll a little bit, which I'm fine with, because the other side will show the fat roll. Okay. Oh my god, I'm like, I'll just have to copy and paste like 3 of these because there's like 3 dancers, right? Oh, did I randomly color pick something else? Oh, it's fine. See, it's like, there's a little flare to it. Because usually a leotard would be, like, skin tight, right? So I'm wondering if that little flare is, like, within the design? Like if I did a little flare just like that. Oh my god. He is a single lady. Max Black Cat, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is great. Oh, the crop goes like it shows her arm, so it would crop down like here. Oh my god, I love this. Hi everyone, for your next sticker society, the theme is Beyonce. Oh, Pugionce? Be Puglie? It's like huge. Are you a huge fan of Beyonce? And I'm like, no, not really. Like, to clarify, it's not that I'm not a fan of her. I'm just like, yeah, her music, some of her songs are great, but like, I'm not in love with her. But I do appreciate the power that she has and the praise that the internet gives her. But yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. Look at that. Alright, for actual Puglie though, we'll need to draw the face, so alright, I'm just gonna save this as Beyonce. And I'll save that for next time. Hip pads. Oh, backup dancers are Ollie and Puglie. Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I'll save this. Back. Up. Dancers are Ollie and Puglie. Alright, thank you, Max Black Cat. Oh my god. Yeah, I do need to draw the face for Morton Salt Girl, so I'll get to that. I just love this so much. Like I'm gonna look at the backup dancers again. I guess they all have the same hairstyle, like pretty much the same hairstyle. And then both backup dancers have the same leotard. Okay, this is great. This is great. Is this gonna play? Yeah. Oh, and I need to give him little stilettos. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'll see how the feetsies fit. Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much, Max Black Cat, for creating this in my head. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, let's get Puglie's face features on. So with Morton, his eyes are closed, content. Let's recreate that. So I always draw like the base Puglie. You know what? I'll do the face on a separate layer just in case. I always draw the base Puglie first, and then I clothe him after. And I guess I won't be able to see these parts here, which is fine. All fine. Oh yeah, Clara, how's your Fan Expo prep? I have not started yet. I am hopefully gonna start it tomorrow, maybe. draw his little jowl in first, see how it goes. And his little tongue. And fix up this. I don't know why I always draw right to left, even though I should be drawing left to right, because I'm right-handed. See. Let me. I should have really masked this. So I just did inventory earlier. I have lots of some stuff and nearly none of the other stuff, so this is gonna be a fun week-ish. Oh, speaking of sticker cult, Corey stole Idiot Sandwich and Rob stole Elmo. I mean, Clara, did you expect you to keep all the stickers? I totally thought the Sticker Society was meant for the three of you, like, to share. Also, are you gonna try to, like, crochet more things before the con starts? For the inventory that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff? Oh, I need my little elbow pad. Puglie, your jowl. Alright, and I think I drew all this too small, actually. So, reduce the size a little bit, maybe move it up a tinge. Clean up this area. So, there we go. Alright, let me see. It's a little bit off kilter. Should be a bit more this way. Tilt it upwards. And then clean up this right here. Jowl wouldn't be this protruding. It would be slimmed down a little bit because he's curving. Off to there. My sticker's all mine. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the batch of Frogger Trivets and then work on stuff that I need. Alright. Godspeed, Clara. I mean, I know all I need to do is count inventory, but, like, I have an idea of things I want to... Like, I want to redesign how I organize my booth and, like, my panels and everything. So, that's gonna be what I'm working on. Plus, I'm gonna do a test build in my apartment just to see how things are laid out, because... Oh man, it's been so long. And then I need to go and actually get hand sanitizer for the table. Maybe a good one, so, like, you know, it's effective. Like, not just effective, but, like, maybe it smells good, or you know, it doesn't leave your hand being too slimy or anything. Miss Sensei Baby, hello, thank you so much for joining again. How have you been? Hope you've been having a good week, a good day so far, and a fantastic upcoming weekend. Alright, so we got this here. I like the shape of Puglie's head. Today we are just working on Sticker Society designs because the Sticker Society is coming up for the release and I haven't had the time to draw at all. So this is both a nice getaway from the other stuff that I've been doing and also something that I have to finish hopefully before next week, before the middle of next week. So I got convention prep, the remainder of tax stuff, and this. Oh yeah, sanitizer that smells not awful, yeah. Like, does it just smell like pure alcohol, or, like, leaves your hand being super slimy? Because, oh man, some hand sanitizers offered by stores are awful. Like, my hand feels grosser after putting it on. Alright, little closed eyes. Oh, look at him. But, oh. So, one of the things that happened in my week was last week I launched the Valentine's Day stuff, which some of you guys were here for, with me like advertising on stream and everything. And one of the things that I was so excited for were my Valentine's Day cards. They're reminiscent of, like, you know, the packs of cards that you could get from, you know, dollar stores and drugstores and stuff like that. And they're really simple cards. They're just, you know, a flimsy, like, business card size piece of paper, and there's, like, you know, licensed character on it, like Mickey Mouse or Garfield or whatever. And then there's a to and from, and I was so excited for my cards because I was really happy with how they turned out, and I just miss making cards like that. The entire time I was testing out these cards, making them and everything was fine. When it comes to actually producing the cards that people have bought, the cards ended up, like, my printer just suddenly had a defect. So I have a laser printer, and laser printer works with toners. Toners have rollers on them. You roll the paper underneath, like, between the rollers, and that's how the color gets printed on. One of the rollers for my magenta toner just decided to have a, like, it's not even a streak. It looks like a cut or an indent on the whole roller. So what ended up happening was that all my cards have this long vertical magenta line just going down one side of it. And I was so miffed. So miffed. I was ready to huck my printer out the door. Or out the window, that's more convenient. And man, I just once again got so discouraged. I was, like, burnt out. I was producing these stickers and these cards, and they're just not to the quality that I want them to be. And at this point, I'm even wondering, like, is it worth it for me to get a new toner and continue using this printer, or get a new printer altogether because I've been eyeing the Epson EcoTank, or just say, like, no to any printer and simplify my life by not having anything printed in color at home. Like, no more self-production, no more Puglie Labs kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm debating it right now. I'll probably pick up a few from Walmart, since I remember those smelling not bad. I've never heard of... Oh, Walmart. God. Okay, makes sense. I'm assuming you did the self-clean thing already? Yeah. I did the whole, like, self-clean. I took out the cartridge and like did the wire cleaning. I went in with like a Q-tip and tried to like clean the mark, and I double checked if it was the drum roller. But no, it's actually on the toner roller itself. And I'm just so miffed by it. Let's see here. Like, one of my worries with the Eco Tank is some people talking about inks drying, because it is an inkjet printer. And I think I'll use it often, but I worry, like, oh, is it often enough to not have it dry, or is it gonna be an issue or anything? I know a couple of friends have it, and one of my friends did a lot of documentation on her, like, setting it up and test printing and everything, which I'm so grateful for. But in the end, like, I don't know, I've seen tons of people have a silhouette cutter, and no one talks about the issues that you have with a silhouette cutter. Everyone on YouTube makes it look like it's so nice and dandy and easy to use, and then when you get it, it's like you're ready to huck it out the window. There's probably something wrong with the fuser. I do not know what the fuser is, but I'll take your word for it. But, like, legit, I do see a physical line on the roller where, like, the toner is. So, like, you know, there's two rollers, right? Like, I think one's the drum roller, which is, like, it kind of looks like our film. It looks like film. Like, it's that dark brownish cellophane looking thing. And then there's the roller that is connected to the cartridge, like the color cartridge. And there's a literal line on it. And I've tried, like, going at it with a Q-tip, and then once I brush off all the toner, I see the line literally on the roller itself. Like, after all the toner is brushed off, it's on there. And I'm just thinking, like, okay, this is, ugh. I also low-key think, if the fuser is the heating element at the end, I also low-key think mine is just wear and tearing down. Because some of my prints, the toner isn't actually, like, fused onto the paper. Like, I can rub it off. Like, I always do a check with my prints to see if I feel any roughness. And then if I feel roughness, I start rubbing on it, and then usually I can tell. But yeah, once I start rubbing it, it starts flaking, like the toner starts flaking off. So I think the heating unit is also on its way out. And it's honestly cheaper to just buy a new laser than to refill the toner or new parts. Yeah. I mean, granted, I did find, okay, I tried two more affordable toner companies. One of them turned out really well. The other one is, well, the one that I'm having an issue with my toner. So at least at their toner prices, they're better. But yeah, for sure. Granted, the Eco Tank that I'm looking at, that Tuna has, is like $900 before tax. So I'm really weighing the options, like, oh man, is it worth it, depending on, you know, how much home production I want to do. Business expense. My business is not doing so well. I have to cut back on some expenses. But it's just like, I love the idea and the freedom of producing the stuff at home. Like, even small amounts of things. Like, if I need to do more than like maybe 20 of something or 30, I would want to get it manufactured. But small run items, test prints, and all that, even just like little bonuses to add into shop orders, I want to be able to do that. But I don't want to give like crappy bonuses to people, you know? I want to give like at least decent quality things. And the other issue is like I have so many laser dedicated materials still. So I still want to use up that so I don't, you know, waste the money I put into it. But I feel like once the materials are out, I might heavily consider like, oh, am I gonna continue this or not? Speaking of business expense, though, I got a new computer. A friend of mine back in 2020 had bought the new M1 chip Mac Mini, and it turned out that like both him and his girlfriend like didn't use it as much as they wanted to. Like, they didn't have the time to do, like, the web dev that they wanted to do, or, like, the video editing and stuff like that. And they asked if I would be interested. And I ended up getting it for, like, 50% off, like, what he paid for initially. And it seemed like a good deal. I really didn't have any other interest in anything Apple's coming out with. So if I can save on such a new tech, essentially, and try it out, and I'm helping a friend, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So now I have a new computer that I'm holding off on setting up just because like I have to prepare all this stuff for conventions. Like these next 2 weeks are my gauntlet of work to do. But once this is over, I'll get to sit down, set up the computer, and test it out and see how it goes. And I'm low-key kind of excited because I keep saying to myself, I want to get back into video editing. Like, I want to get back into doing some videos because I do have a YouTube channel. That's what I intended for it in the first place. But I hate editing on my Windows laptop. My Mac, though it can edit, is having a heck of a time rendering. So I'm interested in seeing how my new computer will do. New toy, new toy, new toy! It's one of the things that I'm really excited about, and it's gonna be a reward, I guess, after the whole Fan Expo gauntlet. I'm excited to download some video editing app, try out some painting apps to see if they'll work. Ooh, it's gonna be a fun time to see if my tablet still works, or can work on it. My side tablet, my extra tablet, is a Cintiq hybrid, and I'm pretty sure their driver system is not, like, that tablet has been discontinued for ages. So it's gonna be interesting to see if the driver works. And also a lot of apps are still like Intel processor based. So it's gonna be interesting to see what will work with it or not. But I did do some research beforehand, and there are ways to tell the Mac to override the M1 chip to process it like an Intel processor. So I'm gonna see how that goes. still not ready to give up my 2012 MacBook Pro though. Like this, I know. I feel like even if this MacBook dies, maybe I'll just like keep it and frame it or something in a shadow box. Fingers crossed. Fucking Mac gotta be all fancy and proprietary. I know, right? My God. Like taking out the headphone jack, M1 chip and everything. Like, can't y'all just work together, please? Like making everything USB-C. Like I get it. I guess USB-C is faster, or like, yeah, it is faster. But man, I don't want to handle so many USBs and cables and dongles. Oh my God, the dongles. Alright, I need to fix that ear. That ear is not... It's too round. It's not oval enough. Gotta push it a bit more. But yeah, not only did I get the Mac Mini for like 50% of what it costs, but my friend threw in the Cinema HD monitor for free with it, which is like Apple's Cinema HD monitor that works with the Mac Mini, and it's supposed to be better for video editing and stuff because the colors are crisper or sharper or whatever. So like, yeah, I gotta take the deal. Helping a friend, getting a monitor with it, getting a new computer, just got lucky. Well, it's more like they've pre-calibrated it to work together well. Yeah, that too, yeah. Because my friend was just telling me, like, he tried plugging in the Mac Mini with another monitor, and it just did not work. Like, the Mac Mini refused to work with that monitor. Which, again, stupid Apple things. Like, man, I love Apple for its design. Well, okay. Rephrase. I love Apple for, like, its graphic design, its user interface, and all that. User experience needs some work. We're taking out the headphone jack. I hate that. But, like, all these things, making themselves proprietary, or like, oh, you have to get this thing to work with it. God, just get off your high horse, Apple, please. We're already paying a premium for your products. Like, get off. I think more than anything, this Mac Mini is going to help me stave off joining the dark side, which is Windows. Alright, you know what? That's pretty solid. I do want to experiment with it a bit more. I'm not liking that head tilt as much. I feel like I need to move the head a little bit back. And just tilt it down a little bit. Yeah, because his head was a little bit too jutted out. Oh, I just realized what's not moving. The eyebrows. So, what's this layer? Nothing. Good. Oh, right. Move it back a bit. Yeah, they're less jutted out. A lot more comfortable. And fix this roll here. Fix these bumps. Just give that neck roll a little bit more pudge. And I want to fix this head shape up. Hinge. Damn, this is a good remix. The aesthetic. Oh my god. I'm a sucker for the aesthetic. I also just hate, like my gaming laptop is Windows, because, you know, gaming laptops. And the amount of times Windows is asking me to update, I'm like, why? Why do you need to update so much? Get your shit together. Just fix it. Stop touching everything. You know what I miss? The Windows XP days, where you installed Windows and had, like, internet connection just for the internet and, like, nothing else. Didn't need to update anything. Like, I certainly don't remember, at least as a kid, Windows XP telling me to update, like, every month. Right. Oh, look at him. Alright. Let's draw an orange. You know what? No. Let's draw on this navy. And let me hide my initial sketch so I can see the reference a little bit clearer. Alright, first up is that hair. It's so cute. Okay. Little cross line here. This little round. And then it's got that bob. Is this a bob? Okay, I'm not feeling this color. It's a little bit too dark for sketches. Oh, wait. Let's give it a nice orange. We got updates all the time in XP, bruh. What you talking about? Probably just noticed less because we weren't working on it so much. I was on my computer all the time. I don't remember, like, updates. I really did not. Or maybe I didn't mind it as much back then. I don't know, it just seems so invasive nowadays. Okay, I know I drew the ear, and I spent so much time on this, but okay, I guess I gotta cover it. Maybe also, like, you know what it is? They used to be less obnoxious though, like, just a little pop-up in the taskbar. Yeah, and then I think, like, if it popped up, you could just say, like, no, and then it would never, like, tell you again that you need to update. You could just ignore it for life. It would never keep telling you, like, oh, update me, and then you have to snooze and then set a time when you're actually going to get back to it or something. I don't know. But maybe also, I am just way more aware of, like, updates breaking things now. Because back then, all I'd use the computer for was for games and, you know, like, the internet, right? It wasn't a machine that I was dependent on for my livelihood. But now, there's potential with, like, every update that, oh, my tablet doesn't work, or, my programs don't work. Alright, little wisp here. Oh my god, he's looking so cute. Alright, I'm gonna simplify his hair a little bit. Hammerbeard, hello, hello! Thanks so much for joining! Yes, Salty Puglie! This is for our sticker society in March. It's gonna be Silly Spring, or sorry, Be Silly. It's well, I basically just said what it was. Be, as in like BEE, and it's just like celebrating spring, but with things that are mildly or only somewhat related to spring. Otherwise, they're just I'm just here because Puglie's here. Hammerbeard, how are you? How have you been? It's been so long, and I hope you've been doing well. How's Teddy? How's everyone? Alright, I do like the little wisp here. And... Alright. So with this curve, I'm gonna need to give a little bit more headspace, because I really want to give that curve that nice flow. Give this wisp, and then curve up. There we go. Give that curve some nice clearance. And then taper this down, because it's like, it rounds in the back, but it's supposed to go there. Like how drawing people as Puglie is just widening all their traits. I'm just gonna draw a little simple X for where all this meets up. Yes, the updates that break everything. Yeah, that's what I fear the most. That's why, I mean, I know I can't update my computer anymore. Even the Genius Bar people are just like, yeah, we don't recommend the updates for your computer anymore, just because the updates will require more, like, CPU processing and all that, and your laptop's pretty much at like, the peak with the recent update. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Also, my Adobe products will not keep up, so, yeah. Things are, well, saw you were going to Vancouver Expo, trying to convince the fiancé for us to make the drive from Seattle. Oh, you guys don't have to. Is the border open for leisure travel yet? I thought we always stayed open, even when Omicron hit. I thought we closed flights, but not cars. But oh, Matthew, it would be so nice to see you and the fiance. Wait. Also, wait. Did I meet her as your fiance, or is this a recent update? What? Yes, you met her at the Dona event in LA with Teddy. Yeah, I remember meeting her there for the first time, but I thought at that time, like she was a girlfriend. I didn't realize she was your fiance already. Alright, hold on, let me just get these little deets in. She got upgraded to fiance in December. Big days in May. Yes, there we go. Oh my god, Hammerbeard, congrats. That's so cute. Was it like a super private proposal? Like just like you and her, or like did your friends and family were like hiding in a room or something? Or is she the type that likes the public proposals? Oh, very public. Please, if you're comfortable with sharing, please dish. I would love to hear it. Also, congratulations! Big day in May. Oh my god, so cute. And man, it's coming up fast. So December to May. That's like five months. Wow, you guys are on it. Did Teddy help with the proposal? Oh my god. There's so much good news today on my stream. I'm so happy. Maya's partner, or like belated partner. Hammerbeard here got engaged. Clara, you're here and you just got modded. And Mex Black Cat helped me discover Beyonce Puglie. It's great. It's great. Let's see, and this reaches up a little bit more, and I'm gonna give it that respect. Don't want to get the hair too detailed because, like, Puglie's style isn't as detailed, but definitely the big confident strokes that the logo originally had, I want to give it that. Oh, and then the hair wisp on this side, creating that V negative space. It extends. Oh, it's like a little curve. Okay. So it basically curves back down like this. I'll let Puglie's ear poke out like so. And curve out like so. I'm not married, but I've been referring to my boyfriend as my husband for 8 years now. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, it's about the same. It's the same. It's the same. Alright, little dip in there. Oh, this is looking so cute. I love adding hair to Puglie, because he just looks so ridiculous. It's so stylish. Alright, I want this to peel up a little bit more. Give it a little curve up more. And I see that it bumps out a little bit and then tapers down. So I want to... Curves are so hard for this specific reason. Like, the way a point ends, or if the curve is too shallow or too much, like too bent or whatever, it just changes the whole feel. Puglie's the best cosplayer, right? So good. Alright, so we got this, and here's the hard part. Technically his neck rolls are his neck, so his dress should start about here. This is where I always debate with Puglie, because I can either have the shirt, or like shirts start up here and then have the neck roll in the shirt, but then that cuts off too much of his face, like his pudge. And sometimes putting it underneath the neck roll makes it look like his neck is too long or his face is too long, but just gotta work with what I got, which is Puglie. Oh man, you guys, I'm so excited for movie theater popcorn tonight. Like, I love that stuff. That fake butter, oh yeah, just put it on. I don't know if you guys also have this, but it's like a fake butter dispenser. Like, you get your popcorn, right, from the counter or whatever, and then there's another counter where you can get like napkins or, I don't know, whatever, the garbage cans beside it, and there's a little like contraption and there's a button, and it's for the fake butter flavor, and I just add like more to it, like just put it in my veins. I'm digging Puglie's Justin Bieber haircut. Oh, Justin Bieber circa like, oh man, what was this like 2010, 2009? Circa 2009? Or was it even earlier, like 2008 or something? Alright, let me figure out this dress, because it's a really short dress. It's like a child's like school dress. And I wanted to get these flaps first. Because I love the silhouette of the flaps. You know, reveal the little feetsy like so. Oh, the flap. I don't know if it's intentional, but the underside of the skirt makes like a heart. That's so cute. Okay, I want to do that justice without landing on a tangent. So, give you a little bit more space, flourish you down. Puglie's showing a little leg on the side, but it's okay. It's okay, he's a pug. And I probably will have to hide the tail, but that's okay. And this is like a very mild bend towards like the body. It's not straight, it's just like so mildly curved. His song Baby released in 2010. I remember because I was in high school obsessing over this song. I mean, it was a slapper, alright? Like, I unintentionally, I wouldn't say I'm a believer, but I do like a lot of his songs. Like, of course there's Baby, and then, when he got into his, like, troublesome phase, like, I liked a lot of the songs that he came out with there, too. And even now, he's still, like, a lot of his songs I do really, really like. Like, that song by him, Ghost. Oh, man, that makes me tear up every time. I don't know if any of you seen the music video, but essentially the music video premise is that, it starts off with him celebrating, like, I guess his grandfather's birthday or something. And then, you know, shortly after, his grandfather passes away. And his grandmother is left to grieve and deal with those emotions and everything. And so Justin, in the music video, decides to take her out on town. Like, hey, get dressed, get fancy, let's go to a bar, let's, like, you know, live it up and everything. And that really hits because, I don't know, I think about, like, my parents, I think about my grandparents that are already gone. I even think about my dogs. Like, both my family dogs passed away in 2020, and I miss them a lot. But, you know, all I have is the memories of them, and I miss them. but they're happy memories, and I cherish them a lot. And I think back to, you know, all those times. Okay, the problem with this is that it's a scoop neck. Puglie doesn't have shoulders though. Let's see how this looks. But yeah, I don't know, music videos where an old person passes away and you're singing about like cherishing their memories or remembering them, like, oh man, that hits me hard. What if I gave it a scoop neck? And just give the neck roll like so. A little bit cuter, a little bit more true to what the dress is supposed to fit like. Decrease a little bit. Because with the scoop comes this line. And this line is not going to fit properly on Puglie. It's not going to bend like that. It's going to be like, wow. I'm a sucker for grandparent narratives too. Yep. It hits hard. And it was a really sweet music video. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh man, like this is gonna make me sad. There we go. Because Puglie's too round for that curve to go upwards. And I don't like this being on a tangent. Let's see if I can move this a bit closer. Oh, no. Yeah, that's alright. Artistic license. Artistic license. Take away this indent here. And I'll increase the neck fold, like the head roll, over this way, so it hides the where it joins with the dress. So, and let's get to the dress details. I'm gonna say the center point is about here. So, if that's the center point, we got... I know it's 3 buttons. We can only fit 2 because Puglie's short and stout. Give a little bit more curve over here and over here. And then there's 2 more lines, kind of where the shoulders hit. And I'll see how that line looks in drawing. I might not... Oh, okay, you can't see it. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, this is looking so cute. Thanks for the chonkers, Mex Black Cat. Alright, Alright, now for the actual items that she's holding. Let me clean up this part first. Few sketchier lines, so I can see where I'm hitting. Like there. Oh, so cute. Okay. Oh, and little arm sleeve over here. There we go. Alright, new layer for new information. I guess let's do a deeper blue. Alright, so the salt can is tucked underneath her armpit here. Oh, that's the nozzle. Okay. I was like, what's that, like a white triangle on the other end of the can, but I realized it's the nozzle for the salt. Fix the curvature over here. Right. Oh, it's gonna be interesting to draw the salt, especially if I make this into a sticker. I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna do it? I don't want this to taper down because it's not like disappearing into the distance. It's just on the crossbody. Alright, for now, I'll just draw little specks of salt. Huge exposing himself as not much of a cook. Okay, in my defense, I have a tiny salt shaker that I put the salt in from the box that has the little triangle tip. So you know, there. Granted, yes, usually my food comes out a bit bland because I'd rather undersalt than oversalt, I guess is my strategy when it comes to cooking. Oh. And also, like, once I'm done cooking, I'm like, I'm too lazy to add more salt now. I just live with it. I don't mind bland food. Like, I like my French fries unsalted. I just like pure potato. Alright, front and back here. Strip. And alright, umbrella time. New layer. I'm too nervous. Oh. Oh my god! Wild Ravens, hello! Thank you so much for the raid! I was like, what's that sound? Welcome, Raiders! Hello! Thank you so much again for the raid and for the support. I hope you've been doing well. I hope your raid was super good. And, Alright, let me do that. There we go. Shouts to Wild Ravens. She does a lot of gaming, variety of them, and she's just a huge supporter of Puglie. Always super kind and just fun all around. Thank you so much for being here. Puggy Butt raid, the only raid that I will accept from now on. If there's no Pug Butts, what's the point? Wild Ravens, how was your stream? What were you up to today? Oh, for those of you that are just joining us, I am working on, I have a sticker club, or I guess I call a sticker cult, over at puglypug.com, and I am working on March's sticker offerings, which is called Be Silly. It's B as in B-E-E, and then silly. It's just a silly spring offering. Planes of Lost Ark. Oh, did that come out already? I heard some of my friends like talk about it. They were asking like, oh, is anyone down to try playing this game? And as much as I want to try it, I know I cannot join in on any kind of MMORPG at this time because it would just wreck my productivity. So I must live vicariously. How is it? What class did you choose? Alright, let me decide how I want this. I do like that it goes a bit past the skirt, so about like yay over here. Like it's like pointing to the skirt and where that heart starts. Man, that's so cute. I really wonder if it's intentional or it's just like... It must be. Because like, yeah, you can draw like flowy clothing and everything, but like at some point the designer must have like seen the flow and be like, okay, that we can make a little heart motif with it. That's just so cool. I am playing a bard. Oh. So are you more of like a support role, like you buff other players and stuff? Oh yeah, my birthday is in March. Hey, coming up. Is it first week of March, mid or late? I guess you'll get this salty Puglie coming right up. Alright. And because Puglie has stumps, let's see. Puglie has stumps and no digits. So let's see how this will fit. Maybe like, yeah, maybe just like cropping the hand a tinge. So it looks like Puglie's hand is still interacting with it, not just like placed on top of it. I think so. Are you enjoying the game so far? Is it like really beautiful? Because like the trailers and everything make it look really nice. and like super action packed. But I couldn't. I mean, maybe it showed it in another video, but it almost looked like it was a Diablo-esque top-down view. There we go. And I mean, that's like all pull. Shorten the handle a little bit, and you want the umbrella doesn't actually even make sense in the artwork. It's just there. Like, if we were to actually look at the umbrella and where it's ending, it either has to end like right here for it to be center, or like it's a bit behind. But there's just too much space. But it's okay. It's okay. We're not here to question the reality of things. We're just here to look pretty. Ooh. Have a happy lurk, Wild Ravens. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you and your community being here. Have a good food or sleep or what else? Bathroom break. What else does a human being do? Alright, let's see. Like here, and let's, for the sake of the sticker, because I don't want this to be too large, I will have to crop the umbrella a little bit just to fit around Puglie a little bit better. Because at this point, I'm not basing it so much on the logo. It's, especially for a background element like this, like the umbrella, I have to base the mask around what Puglie's artwork looks like. So, and I want to draw this curve up here now. And let's see how this goes. So, skirt gets kind of cropped, or like it doesn't really hit right there. Make sure not to hit that tangent, create that line, and I'm going to need to cheat a little bit with where this meets. Alright, let's see how I do with this. Because here's two ideas I want to do. Maybe a large umbrella like this, and maybe a tiny one. Because while I know the umbrella is integral to the whole logo design, I want like a little silly Puglie twist to it. Also, this umbrella makes like absolutely no sense. That to taper it off. Give a little bit more over here. Puglie is looking beautiful. Thank you so much, Desirelines Games. He is indeed a very cutie patootie over here. Alright, so that's a big umbrella. I might do a little cheat over here, see how it looks. I just don't like how messy the salt tip is looking with that. I mean, maybe if I used it to break a tangent like this, that would look way better. Yeah. Okay, that looks way better. I feel like the umbrella is just like a lot right now. So I want to try another version where I lend more to Puglie as the Morton girl being like a better focus, a main focus. Just move this down a little bit. Yeah, I like that more. Alright. Now, how I'm gonna do that, I have no idea. I just know, my brain's just like, make umbrella small. Oh, whoops, wrong key. There we go. And let's... Like, if I make it any smaller, I have to actually make this umbrella make sense. But if I alter the elements a little bit, like here, let's extend it out. At this point, it's actually kind of looking like the same size. I didn't do anything. Alright, let's see. Give this a stronger curve. So I can extend the white on this. Alright. Okay, already I'm kind of liking this version a little bit better, because I have more control over the curves of the umbrella. I have more space to work with it, and it doesn't feel like such a wasted space. Curve around here. No, not the tangent. No, get away. Oh my god, almost figured it out. So, and... Huh. Maybe just a little bit here. I will move up the handle so it fits a little bit better. Or you know what? I should shorten it. That's what it is. And then I can move this just about here. You know, at this point, maybe a little tangent's okay. Just a little bit. Hear that, or I just don't have it at all. Nah, I like it. I like the way it was with the little wrap. Alright, and then this curve lends to the shape of the hair. That's what I realized. So I want this to go a little bit down more, just to really accentuate that hair. Oh man, logo designs, like brand designs and logo designs are so cool. Like, using simplicity to create form and just like accentuate an already simplistic I don't know, shape or whatever it is that you created. Like, making each stroke count, that is so cool. Like, really intentional design. That's what I love. And there we go, crop that here. Fix the curve. And you know what? This is not bad. I think the second time around, a little bit better. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit the raindrops though. I think that's a little bit too much. It's so cute. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, way better. Okay. I should save. And what if I do... I should change to a different color so I can actually see what I'm doing. Like, recreate the lines that come down here. And also add lines that won't affect the size of the sticker, per se. Just here, and let's give like a little raindrop just over here. Oh man, it's going dim. Hold on 1 second. Hi, user chat. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Quixotic, thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining. My week has been going pretty solid so far. I am in tax limbo, but all things considered, I am doing super well. And I hope you've been doing well too. I hope everything in your life has been better. And I hope things are looking up. And of course, thank you so much for catching the stream. I will say that I am going to be heading off in about 15 minutes because I am going to see the new animated movie Belle. And I'm pretty excited about that. It's... I like the little raindrop, but maybe I'll just leave one. Oh, man, now it's got me thinking. I might as well just recreate the whole logo. I love these little details. I think I'm gonna have to make the sticker a little larger just to accommodate the extra bits. Because if I make the sticker like 3 inches or something, it counts from the 3 inches of like the toppest edges and everything. So it's gonna come out looking pretty small. Let me mask this and see what it looks like if I had taken out a couple of these. No, 2 makes it intentional. 3. This one. Maybe if I just add another little detail here. Oh. Yeah. Evens it out. Thanks, it's been... Oh, it has been. Although I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. I just got my booster shot, so I don't want to feel the reaction. Oh no! I haven't heard of that movie. It's... I don't know if it's released, like, worldwide, but it is, like, an anime movie that is in theaters. It's a movie by the guy that made Wolf Children and Boy and the Beast. Yeah. But I'm glad things have been on the up and up, and I hope your symptoms are going to be mild. But congratulations on getting the booster. That is like, a step forward to freedom. You know what? This is looking cute. This is looking cute. I think this is it. Save, and just bring back the Puglie transparency back up. But yeah, for me, when I got my booster, I got a little bit of brain fog almost immediately. And then my lymph nodes swelled up in my armpit and my neck. But it faded even faster than the first time I got my second dose. So yeah, it's not too bad. So I hope you're, like, get rest, be easy on yourself, and yeah, don't push yourself too much, okay? Eat some good food, drink lots of water, and just sleep in if you need it. Sorry, hold on, I just realized Beyonce is a little bit off. Yeah, there we go. I love the director's other works. I haven't seen his other stuff, but I've heard of Boy and the Beast and it looks amazing. I've never heard of... I think I've heard of Wolf Children, but I don't think I've really, like, seen anything about it. Beautiful, huge Max Black Cat, thank you so much. I'm really happy with how this turned out, actually. He's so cute! Look at him, he's so cute! Oh my god. I don't even go here. I don't even eat this salt. I've never seen it in real life, but, like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, one of these days when I'm back in the States, I gotta look up. I gotta go to a grocery store or something and look at this for myself. Save on some file space. Crop the extra bits. Beyonce's still here. Good. I will draw Beyonce another time. Speaking of water, you haven't been drinking. I've been drinking. This is carbonated water. It kind of makes sense. But it's okay. Today was a chill and productive stream, and I didn't have to talk a whole lot, so it's okay. It's okay. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the encouragement and the revelation that this is a, oh my god, the salt emote. That's so perfect. Thank you for educating me that this is a very famous American salt. I gotta see it for myself one day. I love how this turned out. I don't know why I'm looking at my screen. It's literally right here. I love how this turned out. Puglie's looking so cute, and I can't wait to do the line art of this and color it. I mean, I can't wait to get any drawing done. Like I said, my past, not even just past week, like nearly a week and a half has been all like bookkeeping, receipts, taxes, and all that. And I'm so close to the end of the tunnel, so I can't wait. I'm excited for Fuzzy Bumblebee Puglie. I am too. I don't know how, like, there's so many ways to draw cute bumblebees, and I'm wondering how I'm gonna render it, or like how I'm gonna make this come to life, considering that I have two like artwork ideas. One that is like just Puglie being a bee, and the other is like Puglie in a tulip, and there's another Puglie bee on top. Maybe if I end up with like two renders that are like two ideas that are really cute, I'll just do like the both of them. Like one of them is like bee design number 1, and then the other is bee design number 2. If I can't choose. But this was really easy and straightforward, so I'm glad. The Teletubby one is gonna require a little bit more work, I think. Like I don't know what to make his antenna. Like I don't know if I want to make it a heart or like a poo, or like a number 3 or something. And yeah, the bees will require the most creative energy. But at least Morton was like very straightforward, and he's so cute. I love it so much. Alright, 5:21. A little bit ahead of schedule, but that's okay, because I probably need time to just arrange things and, I don't know, maybe put on a jacket. Puglie should collab with Kazubi. Oh, yes! Oh my god, I'll just like message Callie and be like, hey, can I draw Puglie as your Kazubi? Oh my god, that'd be so cute. No one, like, outside of like you and a couple of like other people that are like that watch my live streams, no one's gonna know like why is there a Puglie bee blowing a kazoo. Like it's like an inside joke between like us basically. But maybe one of these days. I love big fuzzy bumblebees. Like who doesn't? They're just so big and dumpy. I also love like the sleek round shape of just like round bees. So I guess I'll see how that goes. Alright, let's see who's up and running. I haven't seen her in a long time. Oh wait, I want to raid back actually. So guys, a little bit different. Let me just... Oh, thank God. Please don't freeze on me. So, I want to return the... I guess it's not a favor. Return the blessing that is being rated by Kenneth the Meneth. So, it's a little bit different. It is a... it's a gaming channel. But I love his energy. I love just like the interactions that he does, and he does games. I think, yeah, he only does games. But it's just a good fun time. So if you guys aren't into gaming, that's a-okay. If you all just want to join in to say hi and then like run, that's totally a-okay too. Thank you all so much for being here, for keeping me company. I hope this has been a really amusing stream as much as it was for me, because look at how cute he is. And yeah, I will catch you all next week. I don't know if next week will be... I'll keep follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, at PugliePug. Next week, a friend of mine from Toronto is actually arriving, and I'll have to see how my schedule goes. But if I do get to go on stream, it's gonna be an interesting one. Maybe we'll get some takeout food, and it'll just be a just chatting and just eating. I don't know. But thank you all so much for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your week and a great weekend. 'Cause no huge thank you. Take care, and I'll see you all next week, hopefully. If not, it'll be on my social media. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Bye!